Hey, you want to make something?
Yes.
What do you want to make? Beans?
Yeah.
Perfect. Let's make some beans. We are going to continue on in the veggie unit, and I have some green beans here, mushroom, garlic, and a little bit of bacon for those of you that are into that. And what we're going to do today is we're going to show a couple of different cooking styles and a couple of different vegetables in one side dish. So we're talking about vegetables. Vegetables are basically parts of plants that we eat. Whether that's the root, the stem, the bulb, the seed pod, a fungus, a clove that comes off of a bulb, a tuber, a leaf. There's lots of different parts. So we've got beans here, green beans that represent the seed pod. I have some garlic that represents a clove that would come off of a bulb. So this would be a bulb, and then each little segment that comes off is a clove. So we've got that. I also have some mushrooms, what are considered fungus. And then as far as cooking styles that we're going to do today on this, we're going to boil or blanch, and then we're going to saute. So a few things going on. So we'll get started. I already have my beans trimmed and cleaned. Do you want to hold those? You hold those. You can't stir them, you'll spill them. And while you just watch them to make sure nothing happens. You can eat one. Do you want to eat one? Okay. I have these mushrooms, and most of these have already been cleaned. I saved one so that I can show you what you're looking for when you're buying mushrooms. These are criminis, so these are a little bit large as well. Usually I like them a little bit smaller than this, but what you're looking for basically on these mushrooms is the bottom. You don't want these to be opened up and the gills exposed. So with these, what I'm going to do is basically just pop the stem out, and then I'll keep the top part. And for this particular deal, I'm just going to quarter these, and we're going to have chunks of mushroom in our green beans. You can slice these into like thinner little bits, but I like the presentation with the quarters. Is that a good bean?
No, but I want this one.
Go ahead. Go ahead. So we've already cleaned those and trimmed those. So we've removed the part of the stem that would connect to the plant. And then there's also like a little hook on the front that we've gone ahead and removed that as well. And we got these diced up here, chopped up with our beans. Go ahead and take one. We have some water boiling over here. So we're gonna drop these in our boiling water, and then we'll give those a quick stir. And we're just gonna let these go for just about 3 minutes. And what I'm doing here is just softening these up. Careful, that's hot. I'm just softening those up. I don't want to cook them until they're soft, because we're gonna drain those and we're gonna put them in a saute pan and we're gonna cook them again. So if you cook those all the way, you're gonna overcook them later on, okay? Then here I've got my garlic cloves, and I'm just giving these just a little pop to remove that outer layer of paper, that dried skin on the clove. I also take off the little part where it would connect. And you don't have to really like wail on this, just a little pop to loosen. And of course, when I say not to do it is when it decides to fight with me. Again, just a little pop to get that paper off of there. And then we'll check our beans in just another minute. Keep an eye on those beans, okay? Let me know if they start going crazy. All right. Okay, so give our garlic a little pop. Yes. They're going crazy?
Yeah.
All right, we'll get them in just a minute, okay? All right. So then with our garlic, we're just gonna process this down. Just run our knife through these. And we want, I don't want big wedges of garlic, because I don't want to be chomping into that when I'm eating. So we're just going to process these down into roughly 1/8" little chunks. Okay, if you have bigger pieces than that, it's not going to hurt you, but I like it all pretty uniform. It's going to be a quick cook on this garlic, so if we have big, yeah, you're keeping up.
I am making this line.
Yeah.
Making this down.
That's good. We're all done now. So what I was saying is, if you have larger pieces of garlic, it's going to take longer for those to cook down. So you want to get these kind of small because this will be a pretty quick cook. All right, so I have bacon, garlic.
Stir the bacon.
You don't need to stir the bacon.
I do.
Bacon, mushrooms, garlic, beans going. We have some salt and pepper.
Daddy, they're going crazy.
All right, they're going crazy.
There's bubbles.
Okay, that's boiling. So we have salt and pepper and then some olive oil. So we're gonna get cleaned up. We're gonna get a new look on top of the stove and we'll be right back. All right, so we are back. Our beans are soft. The best way to check those is just to eat one. So just bit into one of those. It has a little bit of texture remaining, so it's not squishy. So we're gonna get our saute pan over here, and we're gonna get that on a medium high. And then we've got our bacon. So this is 3 slices of bacon. We'll just get that in. Ow, burned myself. So we got 3 strips of bacon. We're just gonna give this a quick cook here until we basically render the fat out and get these not crispy. I don't want crispy bacon here. We're gonna get these in. So we have our bacon cooked down, and we got a little bit of browning on it, a little bit of caramelization, which is great. Got some fat left in there, and I'm not going to get rid of that. I'm going to use that instead of adding oil or butter. You can just use that same fat, and we're just going to get our garlic in and our mushrooms. I'm just going to give this a quick little saute. I'm going to adjust my heat a little bit here because I don't want to scorch my garlic. And with these, I don't need to cook this a ton. I just want to soften up my mushrooms. And what I failed to mention on the mushrooms is when you're washing those, I typically just get a paper towel damp and just kind of gently brush off any surface material that isn't mushroom. The reason why is because mushrooms are very porous, and if you get those under like running water, they're going to absorb in that moisture, and then getting those cooked right can be a bit of a challenge just because you're dealing with that extra moisture. So damp paper towel, give those a little brush. Let's go just a little bit longer. Just a little. Green beans. Last one. And now, all right, guys, our beans are done. We're just going to get these on our serving tray here. So what we've got in our mix, we've got, again, the green beans, which are the seed pod. We have mushrooms, which are fungus. Garlic, which is a clove, which is part of the bulb. So we've covered a couple different categories as far as cooking methods. We boiled our beans. Then we got those out of the water. If we would have dropped those in an ice bath to stop the cooking, that would have been blanching. We didn't because I was going right back in the pan. So, so we boiled and then we did a little saute. So a couple different cooking techniques, a couple different veggie types. I also have some butternut squash going here, so I'll get a picture of everything when it's all together, and a pork loin on the smoker. So we're gonna eat well tonight. I hope you guys are well for you, and I hope it works out well for you. See you around.